What's up, gang? So we haven't sat down and done a Q&A or a video in a long time. So doing this Q&A video, I asked on my Instagram, Chris asked on his Instagram questions, and y'all gave us questions, so we're about to run through them, give you some nice detailed answers.
Big facts, yeah. Let's go down to the first question, bro.
First one is a tricky one, but what's our dream car?
So I'm just got
You're lying me. I don't know how to answer it because I don't have like a set dream car. It always changes, like new stuff comes out, or like my taste changes. But I know you just pressed me in the gym the other day, like I had to pick one out of the whole lineup. And for me, like it won't be like anything exotic, luxurious or anything. It'll probably be, like I said, I told you in the gym, there's that Skyline from the beginning of Fast and Furious, the second one, not the first one, that's an Eclipse. But it's just sentimental, it's got something going on there. It's like what started my passion for cars and everything. And it's a fun fucking car to drive. But, whew. I don't know, that's all I got.
Mine's definitely Lamborghini Aventador. I've always loved that car ever since I was in like 7th, 8th grade. Watched videos, pictures on it, so I've always wanted that car since the beginning.
When I was, I think I was 15 years old, my dad gave me a Lamborghini magazine, like the storyline of how Lamborghini started.
It's a cool story.
So basically that's how I got hooked on Lamborghini. But at that time, I think only Huracan and, how do you pronounce it?
Which one?
The one starts with M.
The Murcielago?
Murcielago. Those are the ones that were on it at that time. Because these the new ones that have come out, got some weird names to it, hadn't come out yet. But I would say, in my opinion, it's probably that one too. The Lamborghini. But then again, like you see everybody with a Lamborghini. So if I was to actually pick one, it would probably be the Pagani.
Gosh, sick. And they
Pagani, that shit is gorgeous.
Yo, the process you gotta go through.
Either that one or the McLaren P1.
P1's fire.
P1.
I'm a Ferrari guy. We'll be dusting you in your Lambos one day.
Man.
Okay, go ahead. Next question.
Alright, what do we do on our free time? I mean, shit. Edit videos, work out, train clients, some stuff I can't say on YouTube. Really just stuff to better myself, you know? Either working out or training clients or YouTube videos, what I would say.
For me, what I do in my free time or the time outside of the gym, I'm a construction worker. I work part-time with my dad. I also, basic stuff. I read books. I listen to podcasts every now and then. I watch some podcast videos on YouTube. I'm trying to think of stuff that I do on a daily, not stuff that I just do.
I know.
But like, I would guess that's it. That's it.
Count my macros, eat a lot of food.
I don't even count my macros anymore because I eat the same shit every day.
No, yeah.
I already know what it is.
After a while, you just know.
I'm like, bro, that's good.
How about you, bro?
What do I do every day with my free time? I feel like I don't give myself a lot of free time, like, because I'm just trying to get shit done, man.
Over here, I don't think there's anything. There's no such thing as free time.
No, dude, because free time ain't free. Like, if you give that shit away, you're just giving up the future.
Right.
Because you gotta use that time.
I like that.
Because that's like an illusion, I think, like free time. Like, what does that even mean? Like, time ain't free. It's the only thing you can't get back.
Ooh, he just spit right there.
But we ain't even doing that right now.
So say you had 2 hours of a day in a day, you could just do whatever you want. What would you do?
Shit, I don't know.
Invest towards yourself, right?
Like my day to day, I wake up, eat my breakfast, meditate a little bit. I jump on like a training course or something, or I go to work, try to like build like my shit outside of here. Go to the gym, obviously that's all we do. If I got plans, obviously, like I'll go do them. Like, but I don't get out and like do much, honestly. I feel
Just work.
like I go to work and I work on other things that are gonna get me out of work. Like, I don't know.
Alright, the next question is a two-parter. It's gonna be, first, do you ever lack motivation, either in the gym or in our life? And what's our motivation to keep going in the gym and keep pushing.
Oh, first.
You first.
I have one person. Do we lack motivation? Yes. It's a fucking straight up question. I mean, it's a straight up question. It's literally a yes. I always lack motivation, but there comes a point where, you know, motivation is not something that's consistent. You know, it's not something that's there at all times. Because there'll be days you'll wake up and you feel on top of the world, and there'll be other days, for example, for me, how I've been feeling this past week, where I don't feel like I don't want to do shit. So yeah, you know, motivation, it comes and goes, but in my opinion, I feel like motivation is a privilege, in my opinion.
What do you mean?
Because it's like you're not always going to be motivated, and when you do get motivated, you're excited for it, you take advantage of it, you know, and in that moment of time, like, you want to do everything. But when time comes when you don't wake up the next day and you don't have the same energy, discipline comes into
You
play.
didn't appreciate it.
Discipline comes into play.
Well, it's like we talked about the podcast, the momentum.
The discipline is what you need to.
The discipline creates the momentum.
Exactly.
Because, like you said, shit's gonna suck sometimes, and like it is what it is. Like
Right.
shit starts to suck.
And I was recently watching a podcast the other day. Actually, no, it was the Andy Frisella podcast. He talked about momentum and about how people, they tend to complete things when they see the finish line in front of them. See, when you're working on your dreams, you don't know when the finish line is.
No.
So that's why, you know, people get dismotivated, people get discouraged, people aren't able to keep up with their discipline act because of it. And I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, yo, that's fucking right. Because usually, like, we look forward to a workout, but we know when we're finished, so we go all out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, bro, I seen, and I forget who it was, but this, like, they talked about that. Like, it's easier to finish something, like, when you know the end is coming. I think it was David Goggins in the book, You Can't Hurt Me. It's like, when you go out for a run, and that man's a fucking freak, dude. Like, he runs 24 hours, like, literally, he's done them 24-hour races where he just runs 24 hours, but he's like, it's not about, like, setting a goal to, like, run 10 miles, because that sucks. He's like, get out, you're gonna run 10 miles, but, like, in your head, like, you gotta make it to the end of the block, and the end of the block, and the end of the block. So, like, you just keep getting to the end of the block, and you're good, eventually you went 10 miles. But, like you said, like, with a bigger goal, with your dreams, like, there's no end goal for that, because it changes. As soon as you get to, like, if you're trying to build a $100,000 business, or $1 million, like, you're gonna get there, like, well, that's not enough, like, you gotta
Once you get there.
and then you be getting closer to it, and it's like,
Never satisfied.
it's not even that, you're like getting closer to it, you're like, that wasn't as hard as I thought. But like, he pretty much said, like, break it down into smaller shit, like, I know you're talking about, like, FBA and stuff, like, it's not about, like, I'm gonna have a $100,000 a month store, it's, let me get my product, let me get it in the store, it just makes it easier, because at least your finish lines are smaller. It's like running a bunch of 100-yard dashes versus a couple of 10-mile races. It's easy to run 100 yards and 10 miles for me, at least. I don't got cardio.
If I'm not lying, I never really lack motivation, and that's because I always think of the reason I started doing all this shit.
I can work with that because I started like meditating again, like heavy, and it forced you to like visualize your shit. Like, I make sure it's like one of the first things I do in the day. Like, some days you don't want to, but when you sit there and you really like think about it and see that shit in your brain, like, you want it that much more. Because like, well, I just had it, now I gotta get it.
Exactly.
Which is like weird, but because like the other day, like, I did not want to do nothing. Like, I just woke up, I was just like, felt like shit. I didn't want to work on my business, I didn't want to go to work, I didn't want to walk the dog, I didn't want to do nothing. I was like, fuck it, I gotta take a break. I'm in my room, spend like 20 minutes. Bro, I don't do no meditation by myself. I on YouTube, like, guided videos, they'll be like, just breathe through this.
You're
like,
talking to you.
think about this. I'm like, okay. And I come out, but like, I feel like I was just reborn. Like, I don't know. It's different. It's like a whole new day.
Just gotta let go of
Energy's different, like, mindset's different. So I make sure I make it at 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, listen, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, like the one video I watch, I think it's 13 minutes long. That's with the intro.
Is it the same video every day?
Usually. Sometimes I'll watch 2 if I'm having monkey day, like to get rid of negativity, and then I'll jump into like visualize one, like get rid of negativity, and then like, do good shit.
You might have to
That's
share
something
that
good,
too.
yeah.
Share that
But
too.
I'm telling you, for me, it's helped me tremendously. Because my mindset changes. Like I'm not thinking about like I don't want to do this, like I don't want to do that, like because I'll do that. I'll like overcomplicate shit to myself. Like I'll just be in my head, like I don't want to do it. I don't feel like doing it. I'll find like shit to do around. I gotta do my laundry right now. I can't do that. Like, and it's like, well, stop, like, because you're only delaying your future. And like, I'll have that conversation, but then I'm getting mad at myself. It's like,
So I feel like how you start your morning off is essential to how you want your day to come out.
yeah. And I forget there's another book about that. But that dude, that Navy guy, that Make Your Bed book, I didn't read it. I watched the video, like the speech he gave. But if you start your day off like getting tasks done, that's kind of what I was telling you. Like when we texted you the other day, like just get shit done, and be in the mood of getting shit done. You know?
Waking up early helps with that.
Because there was like that. I think it was Jason Capital said like the rule of three, just like do 3 things, like whether it be like clean the house, wash dishes, do laundry. Like you just got in the mood and like an attitude and mindset of getting shit done. It should make the rest of your tasks easier. But I don't know. That's just all. I go mindset.
Who's the oldest and the youngest in the group? So, you know.
Sorry, the oldest.
I'm the oldest.
Chris is the oldest.
Chris is the oldest.
Age.
I'll be 26 in November, so I'm 25 right now. About what's it? August 28th. So give me like 2 more months, 2.5. I'll be 26 in November 11.
Yes, sir.
And I'm the youngest, 17 years old.
He's lying. He's lying.
Nah, that's some real shit. I'm actually the middle one. I just turned 22 last month, and
And I'm the
we
youngest.
got the baby right here.
I'm about to turn 20 in March.
He about to turn 20. This motherfucker got a whole sleeve.
I don't
This
believe him
motherfucker
sometimes.
6'4". This motherfucker got a whole ass beard,
Man.
and he 20 years old.
Hey, I don't even know.
Nah, bro.
It's the hormones and all the food.
Everybody think I'm the fucking baby here, bro. I'm the youngest motherfucker, but nah, it's really him.
And we
Believe it or
kind
not.
of touched on this earlier. What are our jobs? I know you kind of said it briefly.
Yeah. I mean, my job that I go to work is like bartending. Because
Say no. Say this. State your job and your side job.
I was going to get into that.
Alright.
I was going to get into that. We're going to edit that part out? No, we're not.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, like, so I guess whatever, 9 to 5, day to day, day job, clock in, clock out, I bartend. But I need to, like, not that I need to, like, I just enjoy the interaction with the people. And, like, I only work, like, evenings. Like, I get into work, like, 4 or 5 o'clock because it allows me to do everything else during the day. Work on my fitness, work on my businesses, work on growing things, and, you know, do any type of planning, like handle appointments, do all that kind of stuff, and then go to work. Because most of the shit I do is remote, so I need like interaction with people. Like I would fucking die without that. Like, well, I'm a sociable person. Like I feel like I'm an introvert and an extrovert at the same time. I don't even know. Like sometimes I don't want to talk to nobody, but like I crave it at the same time.
Yeah. Because I like socializing with people.
And I like delivering like a good experience. Like bartending is fun as hell, man. I love it. Like I don't dislike it at all. You get to like interact with people, meet people, network. Like I work in like higher end places, so like I meet like higher end clientele. It's just fun, dude. Like you laughing, you're joking, you learning people's life stories, you're interacting with them, like making new friends. I meet a lot of cool people. I enjoy it.
I'm a personal trainer and I make programs for online clients as well. So if you want any programs, DM me, YVNGMCENT on Instagram. But yeah, that's what I do. And I'm thinking about picking up a side hustle, something. I haven't figured it out yet, but something to just get a little more money because I'm currently in school as well and getting my degree in business for something I want to achieve later in life, which y'all will see when I graduate.
I think I've already said this earlier. I'm a part-time construction worker for my dad's company. That's my main job as of now, and my side job right now is actually a bunch of So I'm actually doing a whole bunch of stuff. I'm studying day trading, which is the stock market in general. I have started Amazon FBA, barely getting into it. I was personal training for about like, I'd say like 9-10 months, but that didn't work out for me. That's okay though. And that's pretty much it.
The next one, the fun one. Who can squat, bench, and deadlift the most in the group? I'm gonna let Junior explain it.
I can do it all. I'm the best at everything.
Okay, so basically, squat first.
Yeah, just squat.
Squat. So I would probably say that I squat the least. And, you know, I would just say I think you squat more than me, bro.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. What's the most you ever squatted?
Most I ever squat was 415.
415. Most I ever squatted was 385. So yeah, I squat the least. I think you squat the most.
Yeah.
So that was over a year ago, so I don't know what it is now. But
All right.
and then bench,
Bench.
big titty boy right
That's
here.
double D over here, man. Double D's up here.
It's because he has them short ass arms, but he don't gotta move the weight.
Fuck that. You know how to actually. Shut the fuck up, bro. Nah, because I actually researched that as well. Because people tend to make that fucking stupid ass rule.
I don't believe in it, to be honest.
I don't believe. No.
They're just still pushing the weight.
It's not that I don't believe it or not. I researched it, bro. People who are like 6'2" and above compared to people who are like 5'7" to 5'10", the only difference is like 1 to 1.5 inch of range of motion.
Yeah, but
is
having an inch
increased.
difference, that's a lot.
Huh?
An inch difference, a lot.
Every side, every inch.
The lower you go, probably, yeah. But it's only a fucking inch, bro. Like y'all over here saying like it's
Tell me you're
like.
upset when I tell me you're upset.
Alright, whatever.
Hey, I'll admit though, I bench the least in the group.
He benches the least, I bench the most. He doesn't even bench.
Well, I mean,
That's
he
a
can
lot.
rep out 225 for like 15 plus.
Woo!
If he wanted to, like 15. He got 10 easy.
He got 10 last time.
like easy.
And that was after.
And it was already like we were already into the workout too. He could get 15 if he needed to.
Bro,
That's what I'm
I
saying.
get 30 on it.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about him. I know you,
But
but
I bench the most as of now. I would say he's probably the second. You're probably the
they're
third.
definitely last. Yes.
What's that
And
one?
then I deadlift the most.
Deadlift.
Yeah.
He doesn't even deadlift.
I don't
Chris don't even deadlift.
I don't.
He don't fuck with
That shit
deadlift. I
fucks
don't
up
know
your
why.
back. Do it.
Please explain why though.
It's just every time my back don't feel right. Form be on point. Like I've done it with coaches, without coaches, like. But it's like the after effects. Like I don't know, my back's. I probably gotta see a chiropractor, honestly, but I just feel fucked up.
So would you say it's just a personal issue to you, not in general?
It's just I would choose not to, because one, like I'm not going into bodybuilding or anything. Like I don't
Right.
have a necessity for it. Like I'm not gonna hurt myself.
Powerlifters deadlift.
Yeah, it's a competition weight. It's still a competition, just like bodybuilding, which is different. Strongman and all that. Like I don't do that. I lift for aesthetics, bro. I lift to look good. Like I'm not competing. I want to be healthy, and I want to look good naked. That's it. Like deadlifts don't do that for me. Like my core strong as fuck. Like I don't know.
It's good.
You just prefer not to do it.
Literally, that's it. It's just a
So for
preference.
something else that would work the same thing. But
Like I can do like
eliminate the back pain.
There you go.
Alright. Yeah, he deadlifts the most.
Yes.
Deadlift and squat, bench is me. So
Sorry, Chris.
Chris got
I look the best.
Chris got crazy core though, I'll tell you that. Crazy
Is
physique.
there one in there that says who looks the best? Fuck the weights.
Yeah, we're all gonna remember that bullshit.
Alright, go ahead.
Let the people
Is this
decide.
lifestyle of
What did you say?
I said let the people decide.
shit? No, yeah, in the comments right now. Who looks the best?
Go ahead, man.
But
Check all our pages.
is this lifestyle of lifting and nutrition and all this that we're doing now something we can see ourselves doing in the future? Like
Till death.
till death?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would say hands down.
I know how I feel, like the dates I don't, like even just the physical, mental part of it, like There's nothing about like not exercising that I like don't like. You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
or no, there's nothing about not exercising that I do like. The days I don't exercise, I don't work out. I'm like, I feel like I missed something. My brain ain't right, my body ain't right. Like the after effects of working out, especially like years down the road. First of all, you get to look at yourself and be like, damn, like I did that. I look like that. Like that's a huge mental boost. You know, like you feel yourself. But you leave the gym, we all know, you feel like you're high as hell. Like, I was just like, I got coffee the other day, you know, sitting there talking, and like, I don't ever consume caffeine, like that's another thing I don't do, but I had caffeine, I had just worked out, and like, I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah, wired.
It's crazy. And like I said, yeah,
100%, yeah.
and you can see them old people that look, bro, they look young, they look good, they're happy, they're healthy.
Sylvester Stallone, I'm trying to look like that. 70s.
100% though. Yeah.
To
lifestyle.
Off days,
I see nothing wrong.
You catch me in my
If
nursing
anything,
room,
just
like
like
wheelchair, like doing curls, like.
just like you said, bro. When you don't work out, you feel like you missed out on a big part of your day.
Bro, like I'm literally 7 days a week, like I have to.
Yeah.
And it's like sick, but I have to.
On my off days, I don't know what to do, bro.
I know, like I only look forward to the gym.
Literally.
Like the only thing I do on off days is like, oh yes,
Like we're so
muscles.
invested in the gym that we revolve our routine around
Oh,
the gym.
100%.
I schedule like life around that shit.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like,
we established our time that we meet at Titans, and like the rest of my morning goes accordingly.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
I schedule the rest of like
Yeah.
any work I gotta do, like before, after, like. It's a
It's
priority.
crazy, though. It's
It's
crazy.
a priority.
You know, us talking about it, it seems so
Yeah.
normal, but people really.
Yo, there's gonna be people listening to this like you're sick. Like, what's wrong with you? Like,
Yeah, it's like this, like people
Just
kind of
sounds-
revolve their day around their job, the job that they hate.
yeah.
So the fact that we put it around something that we enjoy,
It's good. It's good, man.
they look at us like, damn, how you do that? You know what I mean?
And
It's-
that,
it's a
but
different
that's gonna be,
mindset.
and you literally, I think the gym is like the biggest parallel to life ever. You gotta do like, it's not about just the workouts, it's gonna be, you gotta show up every single day, you gotta put effort in every single day, you gotta eat it's a 24-hour thing, like your eating has to be on point, your sleep has to be on point, you have to be working out, and like that's gonna be anything you do. You're trying to grow Amazon business, ain't gonna grow without you.
Right.
The training clients ain't gonna grow without you. Like I'm working on digital marketing and everything. Like if I'm not in there grinding like that, I'm not gonna get clients. I'm not gonna make money.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you, like if you're not in the gym, you're not eating, you're not sleeping, you're not gonna get results. You're not gonna look better. You're not gonna get stronger. Same thing in life. Like you're not gonna, even if you don't like want to be a business person, like you just want to be really good at your job. Like if you're not like studying like your company, your products, like your clients, like whatever your customer base. Like you're not like getting stronger every day, it's just gonna stagnate, you're gonna break. That's why people like end up like 30 years down the road, they like hate their job, and it's like, they hate their boss because they don't value them. It's like, do they not value you or you're not valuable? And it's like, the same thing, like fitness, like you gotta show up every day.
And working out is more than just lifting weights and throwing them. It helps you with all aspects of life.
It's technique, it's discipline, it's
Discipline,
form,
yep, everything.
it's like, it's camaraderie. Like,
Yeah.
I lift more when I'm with you versus when I'm home because you can push yourself because you're a spotter. Like,
Yeah.
it's accountability. To you. It's a mental battle. Like you have to show up or it don't happen. That's it.
You learn a lot about yourself. So if you're thinking about starting to work out, 100% do it.
And
Get into it.
it just mirrors life. You gotta just put the time in, put the work in. Like, you're not gonna be successful overnight. Like, it's not gonna happen. But you're not gonna have a sick physique overnight. That ain't gonna happen. That's it. But you can see like good results in a couple months, and that's what we mean. Like if you start doing something,
Once you start to see little results, that's all it takes. It's all it takes.
That's all it takes to get you hooked.
Oh yeah. once
Same
you're
thing
hooked-
with the TikTok shit, bro.
Yeah.
We've been holding it back for so long, but once we did that first video, and I felt like a little bit like, God damn, that shit blowing out. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
That
I'm
shit
hooked
feels
now,
good.
bro. Yeah.
Feels good.
Cause lately you've been posting like crazy, bro. It notifies me every time you post.
Really?
Every time you post.
Yeah, it's lit.
So I'm like, I gotta go check it out,
I'm
bro.
just trying to,
and that's it. But it's like showing up. You gotta do it.
That's it.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
we don't get nowhere if we don't do it.
Whether you get it or not.
That's
And
it.
I really wish, in my opinion, I had trouble with that. For some reason, when it comes to the gym, bro, I would do whatever it takes to go to the gym. I would do whatever it takes to finish my food, even if it means I have 6 a.m. work the next morning. I'll still be 2 a.m. in my fucking kitchen trying to finish my food.
I know you do. You
But at the end of the
fucking
day, like, it comes down to like,
Yo.
you know, setting up a routine so you don't fuck that up, you know, because sleep is important too.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. I gotta be honest, I still struggle to implement that type of discipline in other parts of my life.
Yeah, because we've been working out long enough, that's easy. It's easy.
Right.
To like, I gotta show up, I'm gonna do this workout, I know how to take it on new projects, ain't the same, because they're new. You know, it's not that same like routine. Like once you got that expertise, like it's easy. Like you just gotta show up, get it done.
You just gotta show up.
But even like in the gym, like I know you put the effort in there, that you fucking screaming and shit lifting, like that aspect of lifting, I feel like has like left me. Like I don't know, I don't feel like I need to pull that hard, like you know what I mean? Or push that hard. I don't know.
You feel weird, clarify.
Like when you like you were just mentioning the other day,
Right.
like yelling, cursing, screaming, whatever. Like the drive in there to like finish that rep is like significant.
Right.
I don't feel like I gotta like do that. And I don't know.
You feel like you don't gotta express it that way anymore? Or you feel like you just...
I know what I'm saying in my head,
Oh, I hate that
and I'm not
shit.
vocalizing it
I
properly.
hate that shit.
Like, I think, like I guess my mindset in the gym changed a little bit. Like I go, because I want to, of course. Like I know it's something I have to do as part of my life. But I guess like that crazy hunger to like grow, because I'm not trying to like grow physically that much anymore. Like I guess because my fitness goal shifted. Like I see your fitness hunger is like significantly greater than mine, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't have that reaction. Like, you know what I mean?
And I feel like part of that, now that you said it that way, because I understand, I feel like part of that is because you've already reached how do you say, you're already slightly, well, you're significantly more,
I feel like I've reached my peak physique, that like my goal physique, if that makes sense.
okay, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I feel like you got to a point where you're, because we're never satisfied when we're in the gym. At least I'm not.
We'll do
like,
that.
I've been training for 3 years and I'm not
I have
satisfied.
my goal physique.
Yeah. So I feel like you've already reached.
And I haven't. I told you I'm shifting my program. Like I want to legs every day. It's
Exactly,
a smart
yeah.
everyday program.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fucking hell.
Oh, fuck that.
But one, I want to do it for the mental, and two, like, do I know my legs look good? Yeah, but I don't think they look good enough. I feel like everything else is good.
That they can increase.
Yeah.
They can improve.
Right.
Yeah.
Always room for improvement.
So that's where I'm at with that.
Makes sense though.
I had something else I forget what I was about to say. Sorry.
That was good though.
What was the question?
Yeah, how did we get there?
What was the question? Oh, is this a lifestyle we can seriously?
Oh yeah. Till death.
So yeah, basically the answer is hell yeah.
That was part.
Till death. Ooh, I like that.
Marriage.
What's a good workout split for beginners? Personally, I would just say push-pull legs.
Pretty
I feel like that's the best split ever anyway.
Yeah,
That's just,
There's professionals who use that to this day as well.
that's what I used to get where I'm at.
Yeah.
I have done push-pull legs for years until I started lifting with you again. And
I would say the easiest one is push-pull legs.
It's the most effective.
Because like you don't have to be complicated about your program. Like simple is better. Basic shit will get you there.
Yeah, 100%.
So in my
especially
opinion,
like, if you
it don't have to look pretty.
No. And
Keep that shit basic. We do the same shit every fucking week. But the only thing we do is try to increase weight every single week, and that's the only thing that should be focused.
And that's the thing, like, you professional bodybuilder, you trying to become a professional bodybuilder, like, if you're not trying to be a professional bodybuilder, bro, don't overcomplicate it. Like, just go to the gym, move some weight, sweat, feel good, and get the fuck out.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
we overcomplicate it because our goals are different, and I feel like we ain't even complicated.
Yeah, but like some people overthink it, bro. Get on YouTube, like whatever, a million workouts.
Why don't you go in there and work
All
on
money will take care of you. Like you got you.
Guys, I got
But I don't know, like just get in there. Any workout's supposed easy, and if you do push-pull legs, it's a 3-day commitment. Unless you're sick like me and you do it twice a week. push-pull legs, 6 days a week. Right. With an active off day, bro. Like, just fucking do it. I don't know.
You gotta start somewhere, so I would say push pull legs for sure. Next question, I'm gonna ask one more and then we can get into it.
I mean,
Can I build muscle by solely doing calisthenics?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Not strength, but you can build muscle.
I mean, I think if you do it right too, you can still build strength. Like, I mean, there's some of them dudes, like, you check out YouTube calisthenic bodybuilders, they're fucking jacked. But you just gotta, I feel like, I don't wanna say it's harder, it's just not my area of expertise, like, I don't really know about it. But it requires, I think, like, more of, like, a lot more, like, secondary and, like, tertiary muscles, like, the backup muscles that we don't really use as much. They do crazy shit, like, pull-up bars.
If we tried to do one of those workouts, we would get fucking, I'd be dead.
I did armor steer yesterday, that's like,
Was it hard?
Bro, I
feel like calisthenics
hands
has a lot of conditioning.
I did come first in the class there for points. I'm mad at this dude beat. Yo, what's that dude that goes tonight? Jason, the big old
yeah.
I seen him there yesterday.
He always goes there.
Yo, I seen him yesterday.
You said what's up?
Yeah, I was like, what?
He always is doing that. He's always grabbing the tray like, man, shut the fuck up.
I was glad he was there. Like, there was like 10 minutes left in the workout. He had me beat by like 4 calories. I was like, nah, I gotta fuck this dude.
Oh, you beat him?
I came, at points wise, I came in first in the class. But somebody beat me by like 30 calories. I finished like 994, like burn. And he did like 1,026 or something. I was fucking mad.
Damn.
Because I didn't even see him on the list, bro. My goal was beat Jason. I seen him on the board. He was ahead of me by like 5 calories. I was like, nah, fuck it. I gotta beat Jason. And I looked up again. I was like, bro, who this fucking Jimmy guy? He was ahead of me by like. He was ahead of me by like 65 calories, and I didn't see him on there at all. And then there was like 5 minutes, bro, I was like, nah, I could not catch. I was trying, bro. I had that shit on full sprint.
He's always doing that too.
It was good. It was good. It was a good change up. Because I don't think I'm already like that. I mean, I know you do when you're prepping and shit. It's like, I don't.
I still think they're part type of cardio.
I walk my dog. That's my cardio.
I have sex. That's another thing. How long does it take to see significant results in the gym? Not beginner results, like significant.
It's going to be dependent on the individual and their commitment.
Yeah.
It's just going to be the commitment outside of the gym.
Who you are, how committed you are to it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's an impossible question to answer. If you're on top of your shit, it'll be quick. I mean, you can melt fat, like, you can build muscle. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, burn fat definitely easier to build a muscle, especially seeing it, because like muscle ain't that dense. Like how often you look at yourself like, damn, I'm so much bigger than I was. Like,
It's usually slow progress. You see little things, and you're like, oh shit, that changed. Yeah, oh, this
I would
changed.
say just commit at least a year of your life. Like, it's not gonna hurt you,
And you're gonna end up falling in love with it, I guarantee
and
it.
it's not gonna hurt you to be better than you are now in a year. Like, just do it.
Guarantee you'll like it.
And just like, that's why I told, like, I had that conversation with a couple people, like, give me, like when I was training clients, it's like, give me the minimum, give me 3 months. I want you to take 1 picture today, and in 3 months we're gonna take another one. And that's it, you're not gonna look at anything else. And we're gonna see what the difference is. And 98% of the time, it works, if you do. And that's it.
Good. This is a quick question. Where were we born? I was born here in Atlanta, Georgia.
I was also born here, not in Atlanta, I was born in Smyrna.
I was born very far away in South Africa. I'm just kidding.
I was about to say, oh shit, I didn't know that. I was like, oh shit.
No, I was born in New Jersey. I was born and raised in the same town. But spent like 22 years there, I guess. I don't know. And then I moved down here. And then I moved back for a little bit. Fuck COVID. And now I'm back. Born and raised in Jersey, moved to Atlanta.
Is it hard to stay on diet while hanging out with friends? I know me and you can relate a little bit more because we do like this macro shit to the T. I would say personally, not for me, because my friends all know my goals and they're not pushing anything on me. Or even if I don't know the people, I tell them what I've got going on. They're like, oh, and I'm just very disciplined because I can see the end goal at once. So it's very easy for me to see.
Yeah. I was gonna say, for me, not really. Like,
Yeah.
I eat the same shit every day, like 99% of the time. And like my training law is personally, like I said, I'm not getting on stage anytime soon. Like, so like my breakfast, my second breakfast, my lunch, my dinner, my second, like all that's on point all week. And I want to go out and eat something. First of all, I'm gonna eat it because, you know, we're not like, it's not gonna mess with my goals. I'm seeing results I want to see. Like you said though, like anybody I really associate myself with knows what I'm about. And they're cool with it. Like, if I let them know, that's it. And honestly, if they don't, I don't care. Like, I'm pretty secure in saying, like, no, or whatever. Like,
Shit, I don't care, you can judge me. I said no, like, I'm fine with it.
I'm like, you can judge me for making a decision, but catch me in a couple of years. Them decisions add up. Them decisions add up over time.
Exactly.
So I don't really struggle with that. Like,
Yeah, same thing with what Mike said. I don't struggle with it because, like I said, well, like he said, you know, I know my goal. I know I'm disciplined enough to say no. And like I said, my friends, they know what my goal is as well. And if they don't, I let them know. And that's pretty much it.
and then honestly, when anybody gives you a hard time on your goals, like, you know, I'm like, I just told you I'm working towards something. That should be like a congratulations. I'm glad you can make that decision rather than, oh, are you serious?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, if you're that kind of.
You got that motherfucker.
And
Getting
getting
down, you know,
that's it.
Drop it
100%.
out the door, at the door.
We're gonna switch over. First one being, this would be like, I guess, like a longer question. What are your goals, both near and far? Like, I guess short-term goals, long-term goals. This is who wanna go first.
Why gotta think about this?
I'll go first.
I was gonna say, if you don't, I will.
What are my goals? Long-term and short-term. I'll start with short.
And then define that short, like what, like.
Short. Short.
Yeah, like what you do, like. I know you want to compete next year.
Yeah, okay. So, in my opinion, short-term is anything under a year.
I was gonna say, mine, I probably would start with 90 days.
Yeah, 90 days to a year. That's what short-term is for me. Anything, long-term is anything over 5 years.
Okay.
Type thing. So, what are my goals short-term? Well, I recently started coaching. I recently started being coached by someone at my gym, and my short-term goal is to improve my physique. Within the next year, training with this new coach.
I would say that you've been showing it, I've seen the improvement already. That's a side note, go ahead.
Right. Thank you. My other short-term goal is to quit my construction job this year.
Oh, really?
Right, yeah. I need to get out of there. So that's been on my mind mostly every fucking day, to be honest with you. Even the days that I'm at work, that's all I think about. My long-term goals, because I'm gonna keep it short, because I got plenty, but we'll only focus on the main ones. My long-term goal is to open up my own gym, retire my parents, and live financially free.
Good.
I'll keep it simple. Keep it simple.
I'd say my short-term goals right now in the gym is to reach around 210 pounds, and I'm at 187 right now, so you know I'm gonna get a little chunky, but I want to put on that muscle so next year when I do my show, I look significantly bigger and fuller and denser. And long-term, and for competing, I want to be able to get a pro card. I want to get a pro card.
That's good. That's good. That's fucking crazy, bro. That's a big accomplishment. To have a pro card,
It's hard.
I mean, how many people work out trying to compete?
How many people?
Million, you know what I'm saying? Like, how many people do you see? Well, when it comes to Titans,
That's like a probability. I was gonna say, that's like unfair, like that gym is like, everybody's over there.
Everybody's competing there. There's a lot of people
I
competing.
feel like I'm the only one that does.
Yeah, but when you go to a gym, bro, how often do you see it IFBB pro?
You know,
Or just someone who has a pro card in
like I
there?
live a mile from Fort. There ain't no pros in there. There ain't no pros in there.
I mean, it's crazy to think, like, oh, my friend's an IFBB pro. That's lit to be able to say that, bro. You know what I'm saying? That would be lit to be able to say that.
And you coached by the same guy.
And you go coached by the same guy. Yeah, literally.
Which means you're next, right?
Yes. And I also want to graduate. I also want to graduate college and open my own gym as well. I want to graduate college though.
Our gym's gonna be right next to each other, bro. Get some more fucking revenue.
That's
Alright, would you like to join Mike's today? Nah, I'll take
We're gonna have 3 gyms on the same block.
Watch my shit do it.
My short term, like most immediate, is just like get more like solidarity and like growth in the gym marketing business. Like I started it, but I just wanted to be bigger. That's natural, I guess.
Right.
But, so I just want that to be bigger. I like trade watching on the side. I'd like to make a little more money doing that. My short term goals aren't anything crazy because like I'm already I guess involved in them, if that makes sense. It's really just to grow what I'm doing. I do have a goal by not this November, my next November, so my next birthday, I want to buy property, like probably 4 units or whatever, like just start my real estate journey. Because my ultimate goal, like, so this is where we go long term, I want to build a fucking skyscraper, bro. I want to be part of the skyline. Like, just look at that shit and be like, yo, right there. I'd be like, yo, right there, you see that one? That's CHRISCARAPELLA Tower. I'd be like, but.
And I just gotta put this out there. Most people would think you're fucking crazy, bro.
Remember Doug from Body Design?
Yeah.
I told him that, you know how they ask you questions in the seminar or whatever?
Yeah.
And he's like let's talk about like goal setting. And I was like, he's like, somebody give me like a big bow. I was like, no, I got you. I'm gonna build a skyscraper. He's like, all right, give me something I can work with. I said, see you. But I also do want to like own a gym. Like, I don't know. Like, not to make money, like, I don't care about that part, like, I literally just want to have my own gym, just like, because I can go in there and do whatever the fuck I want.
Right.
Rules, nothing like
Bradley
makes what I do. And then, like, if people want to come, cool, otherwise it's just mine. But, because I just want, like, I like that, like, hardcore gym. Like, I like fighting, but I don't feel like it's hard.
But look, hold the fuck up, bro. I just thought of a crazy ass fucking idea. Imagine us being so financially stable that we open up gyms for free around the fucking.
That'd be sick.
That'd be dope as fuck.
Right.
And I'm not talking about no fitness that no,
I want to have a gym.
shit at a gym for free.
I want some like savage, like bro, like I used to like, and everybody I know, like everybody sees the news and shit right now, like it's wild. But like you follow Andy, I don't know if you see him when he talks about like that dude in New Jersey did like the gym, like got shut down and everything. Like that was my home gym. That's where I was working out at. Like the energy in that building is fucking wild. Like Titan's dope, the people in there are dope, but like the energy don't feel right in there.
Yeah.
Like I say that sometimes, like it's probably because they play that really music and shit, but music. Like we're gonna take a trip one day to Jersey, go live at Tillis. That place is sick. I want the gym for myself. Like I don't even care. Like show up, don't show up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That shit's gonna be savage, old school, like
the metal weights.
following the old metal weights, playing them back in bricks, like dark, dingy,
But good energy.
but with like down and that's it. Like
Hell yeah.
but that's it. Ultimate goal, like long term, is just like make all my money grow, just do what I want, go where I want, like spend time.
And I'm where you're at when it comes to a real estate journey.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where it's gonna really.
Well, because bro, first of all, you can funnel everything to real estate, like tax wise and everything. Like what you can do with that and the money you'll make, and you just chilling, and relaxing, like enjoying your life. Like I said, I just want to take care of people I love, spend time with people I love. Like you kind of touched on retired parents, like mom's gonna get her beach house, like we'll be alright, like she'll be doing good, like what we doing?
She won't have to call you as much anymore.
Nah,
She'll be so busy looking at the new place you got.
Probably. Then she'll be calling me like, you didn't tell me it was elevator in my house.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
She didn't know how much you spend on this.
You can afford
She
this?
don't talk like that at all, which is crazy.
Return this now.
She'll be like, stop it. I just wanted to hang out with you. You don't gotta buy me.
I think buying this beach house is gonna make me stop you fucking call me.
No.
She'd probably say something.
Absolutely not. I hope she never stops calling me.
Well, definitely, yeah.
She call me every day.
But yeah.
But that's it.
Taking care of your family, bro, that's big.
Take care of other people's, like in full disclosure,
like I had a goal like a couple of years ago, like when my sister turned a certain age, like I wanted to be in a position to like buy her first car and shit.
Right.
I didn't hit that, so I'm a little upset, so now I got some shit to do. But I can get the second car.
We gonna make it, bro.
Definitely gonna listen to that.
Okay.
The next one's the easy questions. Are you certified PT or dietitian? Are you certified trainer?
I'm a certified trainer.
I am too.
I'm also. Who you got?
Nazim.
ISSA.
Madison as well. As far as dietitian, no. I'm not.
Dietitian is something completely different.
Yeah, it's a whole different.
You actually have to go to school for that.
Yeah.
I just take the course.
We kind of touched on that one. Just in your experience, with the best way to gain muscle, like we kind of touched on that. It's just eating, working.
Yeah, working hard as fuck.
That's it.
Consistency.
But let's not let that one slide too far because people would just be like, okay, we'll be more specific. Because there's plenty
Coach, in your opinion, or in your experience, not in your opinion, in your experience, what's the best way to gain muscle? Actually, there's another one for best way to drop body.
Gain muscle, yes. Stick to a program for a certain amount of time, whether that be 1 to 2 months, and then completely switch it up. And this is, you're staying on your diet, high protein, all this, and switch up your program, change up your style of lifting, and don't ever do the same stuff over and over. But when you're doing like a 1 to 2 month program, you're doing that same shit over and over. And when you switch it completely different, same shit over and over, and you start to really like build muscle, and when you go back to the old shit that you're doing, and you haven't done it in forever, and you're like, oh shit, like I'm stronger here, I feel better here, I look better. This is why we're all on diet. It's partially mental.
That's your
Progressive overload on your weights too. You can't be hitting the same weights week after week. You gotta either, it feels better the week after, like that's progressive overload. If it feels better, it feels easier, but it's the same weight, or whether that's going up 2 pounds, 5 pounds, just gotta progressively overload.
Literally, bro, just throwing 1 pounders on each side, like something what did he did last time, whatever.
something that I still do to this day. With like when I first started training with you, bro, I didn't want to do it because I thought you think of me as a bitch. Because I used to bring 2.5 because people like
People don't have them.
Gyms wouldn't have, they have them, but like you gotta find them over wherever they are under the fucking trash
And
can.
just to bring it to Evo Fit all the
Yeah, because I don't know if you know Cameron.
Yeah.
Of course you know Cameron. Cameron, Paulie, those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They're really big on increasing weight 2.5 to 5 pounds on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
Like, even if you know you can, well, of course, if you can do more, if you know you can do more. I can put in 2.5 to 5 pounds of increasing weight like that, and I really focus on my form more than I do on the weight itself. But in my opinion, the way you build muscle, what was the question? What was the question? How you build muscle? Okay, so there's 3 things: progressive overload, caloric surplus, and always focusing on your form. Because then you'll be able to know if you're really increasing weight or you're really just throwing a bunch of weight around. It's that simple. I don't want to get too complicated, but it's that simple.
It is that simple. It's, like you said, it's progressive overload, increase your weights, like that's it. Like lift more, make sure you're feeding yourself to build that muscle. Like if
Right.
you don't got the materials to build, you can't build. Because you in the gym, you're destroying your muscle. That's what you're doing. You're ripping that shit apart. So when you get outside,
And that's what people don't understand.
When you get
You think you're building muscle in the gym, but you're actually breaking down your muscle.
You do construction, I did construction, like
You build it in the kitchen.
you can't build a house without bricks. You can't build muscle without protein.
Everything has its purpose.
And
So
you need carbs too.
That's
Carbs
where
are
macros
not
comes
you
into
need
play.
carbs.
Proteins, carbs, and fats. Every single one has its own purpose.
And then consistency.
Consistency.
Consistency as well.
Sleep, all of it. Everything outside the gym matters to your growth.
Thanks.
Thanks, bro.
That's the last one I got. It's more of a personal question to us. It says,
Yeah, let's do it.
when is this podcast starting?
I'll let you.
Have you bought it?
Well,
The
we got all
wires
the
that we got.
we got all the equipment. It's just a matter of content. And
No,
that's the answer.
no, the wires. You said you were gonna buy the wires. You already bought the wires? Bro, let's fucking do that shit tomorrow. First podcast, tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Tomorrow.
I'm with it, bro. I'm with it.
You got your answer, Tim.
Because you see how like easily this fucking flowed once we started talking? I got no problems with it.
Especially once we pick a topic and do a little outline.
Exactly.
It's gonna be real talk.
But I feel like we definitely need to
A little more
come in, exactly, come in a little bit more structured compared to how we're doing right now, right? We're seeing how we're doing, so improve on that.
And
We
then
gotta have some type of structure.
give us more questions. Always.
Always coming.
Más preguntas. Go ahead, bro.
And more questions than next time. I'll do it. So that's Spanish.
I was about to say, I'll go wait, Glenn.
It's kind of crazy how you guys don't know Spanish, bro.
I said un poco, man.
What the hell did you say? Go ahead, bro.
That was the last one I had. You have anything you want to ask?
No, I don't know.
I got a few more, but I didn't ask them.
Alright, we'll do that.
Because I was just waiting. We're gonna do these. But these ones are like more personal. What's the worst advice you've ever given? I would say to not try, but to not give a fuck about school. Because like I'll tell people like school doesn't matter, this and that, like fuck all that. But like that's bad advice, like really bad advice when I think about it. Because I just don't like school personally, so I tell people fuck school, but it's not a good thing to say.
Yeah, because some people like that's gonna be their life, like not.
And it's just not for me.
anymore.
And I just shouldn't say that.
Yeah, like I mean, I say it sometimes, like not in the sense of fuck school, because like I would like my doctor to know medicine, you know, I would like him to know like health, you know what I mean? So like, it's not a school thing. I think it's an education thing. Like whatever your field is gonna be, your expertise is gonna be, like be educated in that to the highest level you can. But I think as far as the worst advice I've given, I think sometimes I give advice before getting to like more perspective, like rather than like, because I always give it from my perspective, and I feel like I'm a very like raw person. Like it's either just do it or don't. Like you're either a bitch or you're not. And because I'll say that, you know, like you sometimes I send a text, I feel like, yeah, that's a little forward.
But no, that's how I feel like sometimes.
And it's not that I think the advice itself is bad, but the delivery might be bad, if that makes sense. Because not everybody receives things the same way, not everybody communicates the same way. And not everybody wants the same shit out of life. Like, we want a lot of shit. Like, we got big goals, like big aspirations, like we're working towards a lot of things. But some people just want to clock in, clock out, go home, drink a beer, watch TV. Like, they don't care about our opinion. And sometimes the advice we give them is not applicable to their life or their mindset. And it's not necessarily that's bad advice, it's just not right for that individual. But I always think about it from my perspective. I'm like, I'm trying to be up here. I don't know.
No, yeah,
I think I should be good.
yeah. That's a good answer, bro. I don't think I've ever given bad advice, more like receiving bad advice. I feel like in like there's plenty of people that I look up to who didn't go to school, who dropped out of school, and they're doing way better than people who have bachelors, who have an associates, etc. I think it's more of the advice that people think is best advice. So for example, my parents, they've always told me, stay in school. But I've always looked at it from a bigger perspective. Just because you go to school doesn't mean you're gonna be in a better place when you get out. Because if anything, when you get out of school, I mean, I've been told, when you get out of school, you start off with an insane amount of debt because of, if you don't have scholarships. But I don't know anything about that. I think you would be more, you would be more educated on that.
6 weeks of college when I left, well, it's like this.
Yeah.
Like,
But
I got no debt and I make more money than lots of people, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I think the reason my parents tell me that is because they didn't go to school.
And I think that's the thing, like a lot of people think there's more opportunity, but the school is going to be the same as anything else. Like if you're not going 100%, you're not going to be top of your class. Like
You know how many people are applying in this country for the same job you are? Like, we have 350 million people in this country. How many of them are in school? Like, if you are just showing up to class, like, it's gonna be the same as like life. You're gonna come out of school with all this debt, and they're gonna be like, "Why should we hire you? Like, this guy's way more qualified. He tried harder. Effort was there. Like, we're gonna get the job. Probably not you. Like, it's gonna you gotta apply.
Educated, who fits the position.
Absolutely. So I mean, I don't look at school as like a guarantee for anything. Like I do, like I said, I think it's important in its place. Like if you're gonna be a doctor, a lawyer, like an engineer or something, you need like that education. But especially the way the world's moving, like I think a lot more people are hired based off experience and results than degrees these days. Because everybody's got degrees.
I'm saying,
What can you do?
Exactly, yeah.
Like, what can you do?
Why am I getting taught business by someone who hasn't even opened their mouth?
I've actually seen something on social media where a guy got hired, but he didn't get hired. He got hired at McDonald's
Yeah.
with a bachelor's degree.
Well, it's what he just said though. Are you gonna take advice from somebody that runs a $1 million business, $1 billion business? Like they run their company, like that company is producing 7, 8 figures, whatever. Or you go to school for business, and your professor probably makes $80,000 a year, never opened a business, never ran a business, never had employees, never managed employees. Like, what makes you qualified to tell me anything? You've never done it.
Yes.
That's why
And I'm spending how many hundreds of thousands of dollars to be educated by you? That hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you, if I took that and put it in like an investment, like, or built a business with it, and took advice from the business owner, how much better off are you gonna be? Especially 4 years is a lot of time to go to school. You spent 4 years listening to this bozo that never done nothing. Like, and I'm not saying all professors are bozos. Like, I think school has a place, but I also think like it comes back to the advice thing. You gotta know who you're taking advice from.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're gonna listen to somebody that hasn't done nothing in that subject for 4 years, spend a lot of money. Like, you know what you could have done with that money in 4 years?
I know, it's crazy.
Especially, I'm not saying do it. You can take out a student loan and not spend it on school. That's not financial advice.
That's not, not take that advice.
But, I mean, that's my take. I think education is important, but I think education is important. I don't think school is important.
Yeah,
Not saying that's what I was just talking.
education is definitely important because that's how you learn.
You need expertise and you need knowledge, but you also have to do something too.
Yeah.
It's twofold.
And I thought that was pretty good. Covered all the topics.
Is it?
I think we gave it pretty good.
Oh, that's a nice one.
I think we gave good answers.
I got a question.
Oh, yeah.
Make it quick because I'm hungry.
I asked you about that.
No, you got it.
I don't think you forgot.
I was thinking about it while we were talking. But I forgot it.
What did it have to do with?
Us. In general.
Do you think that let us all get married?
Huh?
All three of us.
Nah, we're good.
Good?
Yeah. I appreciate y'all for checking out this Q&A, man.
We out.
Ask me more questions.
Nah, let's do better than that. Hold on.
Yeah, that was a terrible.
Oh, so we gotta leave all this in. Okay.
Nah, we're just fucking trying.
But this shit's funny though.
No.
We'll see. When I watch it, yeah, I'll see.
Yeah, you can watch it. We can watch it and see what happens. But, alright, 2.
Oh, I mean,
Alright,
we need like a, was it outro, intro? We need an
Outro,
outro.
it's called outro.
I just like saying peace. We out. It's like keeping it simple.
Yeah, like,
Alright, so it's your boy FITTYCAM coming at you live. We got Big Mike right here in the middle. And we got Big Ted over there.
Big Ted. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We about to head out.
Most definitely, we really do appreciate you guys.
Stay in for that podcast coming soon. Filming that this week.
For real. Hit us up with more questions, more topics, things you want to hear
Most
about.
definitely, we're gonna be coming out with some more content.
That's anything. Ask us some crazy shit. We'll answer the fun questions. We'll get wild. I don't know, like, no limits. Literally zero.
Definitely, bro.
Just,
Hit them in, doing damage. Come on, we out.
comments, DMs. See you.